So now we see these control options in a little deeper way, and we'll also see the sensing section. So we have seen motion already. We have seen looks, how to use looks, options like next costume. Okay, there are other options also in looks which is very self-explanatory, so I'm not getting much into it, which is like, making a sprite say something. So for a quick review, we can make two sprites stand against each other and let them talk. So you can make two sprites face each other and they can talk. So you can make, for example, a girl. We delete Toby for now, and we can also make a boy stand at a distance. They're talking to each other. Okay, we can also bring in a third character, like another girl standing here. Okay, and they all are standing in a coat like this. So we can make the sizes small for them to suit in a coat. So we can make this sprite look smaller. This one of them should be smaller so that some realism can be seen. This one should be a little bigger. Okay, and this one is, again, we need to make it 60%. Yes, here. So we have three sprites, three people sitting on a coat, standing on a coat, and they are talking to each other. How do we do that? So we basically use each one and we'll make a simple program wherein they talk to each other. So as stated earlier, that whichever sprite you want to program, you select it first. So we start with Abby, and the Abby here says hello to everyone. Okay, when she do that? When the flag is clicked. Okay, the flag is clicked, Abby says hello. Now both of them should reply to Abby's hello, right? That's how conversation starts. So John and Hazel should revert. Now we go to John. Once the Abby says hello, John should reply by saying hi. We go and we bring in say hi. But when John should say hi, we can make it two ways. Either John should wait for a second, and then after the flag is clicked, wait for a second and reply like this. Okay, and now we go to Hazel, and Hazel is standing at quite a distance, so we can say Hazel should be replying after 1.5 seconds. That is after John. Okay, and she also says hi. Okay, and this all happens when the flag is clicked. So we have written script for all of these three sprites. A small scenario wherein one says hello and other people replies, like a general life scenario. Okay, and we have timed them, and the event is one only, flag. So we start the program now and see what happens. See, so they can talk with each other. We can create a program wherein the sprites can talk with each other. They can also ask for data. There are options for it. Now we just coded it time. Now I want to make it event based. So Abby will say hello when the flag is clicked, but John will say hello when I click spacebar. So we make it like this. And Hazel will say hello when I click maybe up arrow from my keyboard, or maybe A from my keyboard, like this. So let us put it to neutral, stop the program. Okay, and we zoom the screen again out and run the program. So I just clicked on flag and Abby started saying hello, but nobody is replying. So I'm clicking now on the space bar and John says hello. Now I click A and Hazel says hello, hi. So this is how you can use different events for different things to happen at different time in a program. So let us make a new program now wherein we see how to use if block and sensing. Again the same process. So by default Toby is there. You select a sprite. So now our task is to bring in a butterfly and localize in such a way that it should not escape to the harmful regions and it should fly in a safe region. So we go and we first of all bring in a butterfly. So we go to sprite and we look for a butterfly. We've got a butterfly here, see. So this is a very beautiful butterfly we have got. So we delete Toby for now and we use this butterfly. So first of all we make the butterfly fly freely in the stage. How do we do that? The way we did it for other sprites earlier. Let the event be flag only and let it do the flying forever and we make it move in the stage. The butterfly has got many costumes here. You can see it has got these many costumes, so we can make it change the costumes like this. Okay, and it will fly. So the costumes will find and it's located here. Now when you click on costumes, stuck again, we know what to do here. Go to motion, clicking the edge one. Now the inversion, we need to correct this by setting rotation style. Same program that we used earlier. So with this program we are able to make the butterfly move in the stage from one place to another. We can also remove certain costumes if we don't like to have this costume. We can remove this and see how does it look without it. So we can see the flapping option. It is coming like this and the butterfly is moving from one side of the stage to another very properly. We can make it random also by changing the direction and orientation of this. We can change the orientation and see the butterfly start moving in a particular way. We can change the orientation like this also and it can change it. See, by changing the orientation you can make it move in some random way. Yeah. Now the butterfly should move in a safe area, I said. So we'll stop the program and look for a background which can denote that. So here we have got a circle. So you can understand that butterflies are very sensitive to temperature. So if the temperature is very high in certain region, butterflies may die. So you want to create a region and tell butterflies that you cannot move beyond this region because it's comparatively hot. We can see the yellow area which is the hotter we can call, and the comparatively lighter area which is in a circle is an area which is where butterfly can fly comfortably. Now to make the butterfly look little comfortable, here we'll make it small by changing the size like this. Now if you run the program, the butterflies fly everywhere, but we want to localize its movement within the circle. We want to restrict so that it should not go to the high temperature region. Yeah, what we should do? This happens here in Scratch by using sensors, sensing section. You go to sensing and you use this touching block. So this is a touching pointer, this is touching color, and we'll use color as the variable here, which basically enables us to decide the sensing. Yeah, so we'll click here and we go to this drop and we select this color. We don't want the butterfly to go into this region which is of this color, so we selected it. Now we have to tell it by the way computers understand. So we'll use an if block. See, the if block is here. So we'll say, you see the shape of the section here at the center. If then, it is similar to the sensing block that we have just bought from the sensor section. See here, we put it here like this. Simply goes there. Now if the butterfly senses this color, it goes back to this area. Okay, how do we say that? See, there are two ways to say that. Either you make the butterfly turn 15 or 45 degree and it will change the direction of movement like this. Now when you run it, see. Or you can also make it a random function. Just see, the butterfly is not crossing this region. It is moving around in that region only. And which is the safe region for her to fly. So this is how we have used sensing and if block in our program. And we have sensed the color using if block and made a decision of helping the butterfly do not escape from a safe region to a harmful region.